Welcome back. We're now joined by the Minister of Information and Communication Technology, Peya Mushelenga, with the latest briefing from Cabinet. Good evening, Minister, and welcome to the show.
Yes, good evening.
Please do go ahead and share your information with us.
Yes, I'm going to read the decisions by Cabinet that were made by its 14th meeting that was held on the 23rd of August, 2022. First decision. Business Rescue Task Force Recommendations Implementation Timelines. Cabinet took note and endorsed the proposed implementation plan timelines for the Business Rescue Task Force from June 2002 to March 2023, and Cabinet approved the implementation of the Business Rescue Task Force recommendations in line with the outlined timelines. Second decision. Water sharing and related water allocations issues between Namibia, Angola, and Botswana on the Kavango River. Cabinet took note of the report on water sharing and water allocation issues between Namibia, Angola, and Botswana on the Kavango River, and directed the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform to work closely with the Permanent Okavango River Basin Water Commission, OKACOM, and continuously negotiate for the equitable benefits of the resources of the Kavango River towards Namibia, and continuously facilitate the joint and sustainable management of the Kavango River water resources. Third decision. National Policy on Sustainable Special Economic Zones. Cabinet took note and approved the updated National Policy on Sustainable Special Economic Zones and endorsed the incentives package for the Sustainable Special Economic Zones, the proposed generic incentive package, which includes increase on income tax duties, import and custom tariffs, development incentives, land premium and competitive utility tariffs. Cabinet directed the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade to finalize the work on the Sustainable Special Economic Zones legislation and subject it to relevant approval processes and stakeholder consultations. Cabinet directed the Ministries of Industrialization and Trade and the Ministry of Finance to finalize the work on ensuring relevant legislative change and amendments to incorporate the ascribed Sustainable Special Economic Zones and generic incentives proposal. Fourth decision. Back to office report from the workshop and site visit of the Kudede Water Transfer Project in Angola. Cabinet supported the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform to formally inform the canal operator Angola to visit the Kalweko Shakati Canal to observe the desired and share further optimization issues. Cabinet directed the Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform to urgently raise concerns regarding natural water flows into Namibia and other related matters revolving around the canal to the Angola Minister of Water and Energy at a bilateral meeting before the retention period of the project is completed. Cabinet supported that Namibia continue to impress upon the Angolan government to ensure that the water flows is in conformity with international treaties and on shared water courses. Cabinet authorized the Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform to coordinate with the Angolan Minister responsible for water to sign the joint operational rules and procedures, as well as to establish the joint operating authority. Fifth decision. Proclamation of Okalongo Settlement Area in Umsati region as a local authority to be known as Ananjaba Village Council. Cabinet supported the proclamation of Okalongo Settlement Area as a local authority in terms of Section 3 of the Local Authorities Act, number 23 of 1992, as amended, to be known as Onanjaba Village Council. The election for the newly proclaimed Local Authority Council be conducted during the regional councils and local authorities elections scheduled for 2025. Sixth decision. Annual report of the Procurement Policy Unit for the year 2020 to 2021. Cabinet took note of the said annual report and authorized the Minister of Finance to table the report in the National Assembly and directed the Procurement Policy Unit to utilize the e-government procurement system that is being rolled out in phases. Seventh decision. Annual report and financial statements of the Namibian Post and Telecom Holdings for the year 2020. The Cabinet took note of the Namibia Post Limited annual report and authorized the Minister of Finance and Acting Minister of Public Enterprises to table the report in the National Assembly. Eighth decision. Annual report and financial statements for the MICT Corporation of Namibia, MICTCO, for the year 2020 to 2021. Cabinet took note of the annual report and financial statements of MICTCO and authorized the Minister of Finance, who is also acting Minister of Public Enterprises, to table the said report in the National Assembly. Ninth decision. Correctional Service Amendment Bill. Cabinet approved in principle the Correctional Service Amendment Bill and referred to the Cabinet Committee on Legislation for scrutiny before it is tabled in the National Assembly by the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security. Here ends the Cabinet briefing, and in conclusion, I would like to call upon all the residents of Hardap region, in particular of Maritime Town, to come tomorrow to the Heroes Day celebration so that we can honor those whose blood waters our freedom and those who made valuable contribution to the cause of Namibia's independence and nation building. I thank you and wish you a happy Heroes Day tomorrow.
Thank you so much. That was Dr. Peya Mushelenga, the Minister of Information and Communications, speaking to us on the line, talking to us about the latest briefing from Cabinet. Let's take a short break. We'll be back shortly.
do not have any ICU admission. During the period, as mentioned above, we have recorded 2 COVID-19 related deaths. One is a 34 years old male without comorbidities from a poor district and who died on the 15th of August. And the second one is the 32-year-old male from Vinu with comorbidities who died on the 16th of August 2022. None of the deaths was vaccinated. So far, since the beginning of the pandemic, we have recorded 166,645 cases. And recovery is 165,558, which gives us a recovery rate of 97.5%. The total number of people who have now completed the vaccination schedule stand at 488,102.